In the heart of Muskoka, the untamed wild, where your stress melts away, you feel like a child. Songbirds singing all day long. I'm going to Arrowhead. Catch a rainbow trout in Mayflower Lake. Stare at the stars until daybreak. Big Bend Lookout and Homesteaders Trail.
That's
I'm going
better.
to Arrowhead.
Welcome to Arrowhead Provincial Park.
You've got Mayflower Lake, Arrowhead Lake, Little East River, Stubbs Falls, and of course, Big Bend Lookout.
Big Bend Lookout.
We're Cheryl and Ben Coles.
We've been camping together for over 35 years.
A few years ago, we started doing video reviews of Ontario provincial parks to help people when researching places to visit.
We are now in Season 5 of our park reviews.
We hope this helps you in deciding where to have your next camping adventure.
Now let's go camping with the Coles.
We only get one life, I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
We're going to do some hiking, biking, kayaking. What else? Taking Jax to his favorite off-leash dog beach area.
This place is great for the dogs, so join us as we check it all out.
Come along.
Okay, so we did a little bit of cheating here. All the footage going to the park, we had a corrupted SD card on the camera, so it's gone. All we have is a couple little time lapses. So yes, this is at the beginning of the video, but no, we're not on our way to the park. We're on our way home. But we thought we'd show you Weber's or Weber's. I'd call it Weber's.
I would too, but
Yeah.
most people call it Weber's.
And so we've never stopped in here before, so we thought we'd check it out. And pretty decent burgers and fries. And they get people going through pretty fast considering it's quite a lineup.
Yeah, they have the servers come out in the line, take your order. They go back, they bring out how you pay, cash or debit, you can pay. And then when you go in, you just give them the receipt and they've got the little trays all lined up. You just grab your trays, go along, they flip your burgers and you're good to go.
And that's it.
I think our wait was from the time we waited in line till the time I picked up the food was half hour. And that's on a Tuesday afternoon.
So it's usually a very big wait at this place.
It's usually a lot bigger, especially weekends.
Yeah, but they try to get it through as quickly as possible.
More of a staff.
Anyway, let's continue with the video on our way to Arrowhead.
Arrowhead Provincial Park is classified as a natural environment park in the near north region. It is just outside the town of Huntsville and contains 2 lakes.
And this is us, site number 479 in Roe Campground. This is a big, beautiful site with a ton of privacy. It has sand for a base. It has a long driveway that we can easily put our trailer in and our truck parked in front of it. When we do hook up our truck and trailer, we're not going to be sticking out on the road impeding anybody. Jax is excited about this park. That's why he's barking so much.
There are 3 campgrounds with a total of 182 electric sites and 176 non-electric sites. That's 358 total. Lumbee Campground is all non-electric with 123 sites. Sites 101 to 163 are radio-free. East River Campground has 114 electric sites and 19 non-electric sites. Sites 200 to 260 are radio-free. It also has 13 cabins. Roe Campground has 68 electric sites and 34 non-electric sites. There is a comfort station with flush toilets and showers that is barrier-free in Roe Campground, 2 in East River Campground and 1 in Lumbee Campground. There is a day-use area with picnic shelters. There's a dump station with 2 dump spots and 2 fill spots. You can also fill at the comfort station across the street from the dump fill station. There are 4 beaches. Beach 1 is near East River Campground, and it is the day-use beach. Beach 2 is near the park store. Roe Beach is near Roe Campground. Lumbee Beach is near Lumbee Campground. There is an on-leash dog beach at the south end of Lumbee Campground near beach number 1, and an off-leash pet exercise area at the north end of Lumbee Campground. The park store is in the visitor center. It offers souvenirs and camping supplies as well as ice and firewood. There you can rent canoes, kayaks, and paddleboards. There are 2 moderately challenging mountain bike trails. Arrowhead Lake Trail is a 4.5 kilometer loop trail for hiking and cycling. Lookout Trail is a 3 kilometer loop trail for hiking and cycling. There are 6 hiking-only trails in the park. The Beaver Meadow Trail is a 4 kilometer loop trail rated as moderate. The Homesteaders Trail is a 2.8 kilometer loop rated as moderate. The Mayflower Lake Trail is a 1 kilometer loop rated as moderate. The Stubbs Falls Trail is a 2.6 kilometer loop rated as easy. Portage Trail is a 700-meter linear trail rated as easy. The Big Bend Lookout Trail is a 1 kilometer linear trail rated as easy. Let's check out the park. There are 4 comfort stations, 1 in Roe Campground, 2 in East River Campground, and 1 in Lumbee Campground. They all have flush toilets and showers. There are no laundry facilities in the park whatsoever. You have to go into Huntsville if you need to do laundry. There are 13 cabins that can hold 5 occupants apiece. They are a double bed with a single bunk bed and a double bed. There is a storage box, a table and 4 chairs. There is a mini kitchenette with a counter, a mini fridge, and a microwave. There's a propane/electric fireplace for heating. There's a screened-in porch area with a couple Muskoka chairs. Outside, there's a barbecue that is propane. There's 2 Muskoka chairs, a fire pit, and a picnic table. There are no washrooms in the cabins. You either have to go to a vault toilet nearby or a comfort station.
There's several beaches here. There's beach number 1, which is near East River Campground. Right behind me here is beach number 2, and that's the day use beach. In behind back here is Roe Beach. That's our campground beach. And then on the other side, right up there, that is Lumbee Beach. It's actually right there and there. That's all Lumbee Beach. And then the beaches on both sides of the little bridge there, the pedestrian bridge, those are the on-leash dog beach. And then you look way out here, and I don't know if you can see it all, way down there, that is the off-leash dog beach. It's at the far end of Lumbee Campground. There's a great dog exercise area here. It's leash-free. There's a shallow beach and a deeper water beach. Overlooks Arrowhead Lake.
There you go.
Oh,
it's a race.
Jackson's a slow swimmer, but
a little taller. And if you want, you can set up here for the day and just let your dog have a great time.
So in this big, beautiful building behind me, the visitor center, it's not really a visitor center, it's a big, beautiful building. A tiny section of it is dedicated to the store. They have a lot of Arrowhead merchandise, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, beautiful mugs, maple syrup, and specialty coffees to purchase. They do have ice cream novelty. You can also purchase wood and ice at the park store. Santa's new review. A little gloomy today, but no rain. We're camping, so it's all good.
In the heart of Muskoka, the untamed wild, where your stress melts away, you feel like a child. Songbirds singing all day long, I'm going to Arrowhead. It's a rainbow trout in Mayflower Lake, stare at the stars until daybreak. Big Bend Lookout and Homesteaders Trail, I'm going to Arrowhead.
He's putting me right into the log. Look at this. Uh-oh. Oh, I made it.
Take a stroll on the beach at night. Under the stars, everything's alright. Watch the moon.
It's a nice leisurely paddle going to Stubbs Falls. We're going with the current. Some real shallow spots here. You would not want to use a stand-up paddleboard in here. The fin would be catching all the time and you'd be going for a swim. You know, it wouldn't be much of a swim. You'd be falling in and hitting your knees and feet and everything on these rocks and logs and everything. So I'd suggest not a stand-up paddleboard, canoe or kayak only. And we'll see how it is on the way back when we have to go against the current. I don't think it should be too bad until we get to the actual entrance into Arrowhead Lake. Then there's a bit of a current there we're gonna have to fight. Cheryl.
Well, I wouldn't miss fire nice nights. Muskoka lot, but when the snow's just right. Escape the ice trail takes my breath away. The cold clear water is calling me. In my canoe there is so much to see. Big East River and Lookout Trail, I'm going to Arrowhead. Sugar maple, poplar, and white spruce, songbirds, beavers, herons, and moose, porcupine bluffs, Beaver Meadow Trail. Take a stroll on the beach at night. Under the stars, everything's alright. Watch the moonlight dance on the waves at Arrowhead. Mountain biking, a lookout trail, hiking, canoeing, it's all there. I'm packing up and heading out to Arrowhead.
Working the glutes and the hams and everything else in between.
Yeah, I'm headed to Arrowhead. Whoa, look out, Arrowhead. Yeah, I'm heading to Arrowhead.
Mayflower Lake Trail, definitely not accessible.
That's right. It is a lot of up and down. There's stairs.
Rocky, slippy, muddy areas.
Yeah, roots, everything. It's kind of a rough trail, but gives you some nice views.
It's Cheryl's Lou Review, Lou Review. Let's all talk about Lou's. Don't ask Ben, don't ask Jax, ask Cheryl. Cheryl's Lou Review.
The outhouses in the park vary. They're pretty basic. The ones in the Roe Campground where we are staying are a flush toilet, and they have a sink with running water, and that's basically it. But they are fairly spacious. They let in a lot of light. They're bright. They're white painted inside. The ones in East Campground are between vault and flush, and they may or may not have a sink with running water. The ones in Lumbee, which is the more rustic area, are just pit toilets, which is a hole in the ground. Any of the pit toilets, you should make sure you put the lid down to keep the pet flies out, and put your dishwater down to help control the smell. But in any case, I'm going to give these a flower. So just bring your sanitizer or soap. So this is always a favorite around the campfire. It's dump cake. And what you use is cast iron, and I just line mine with foil. You can use parchment paper as well. All you need is, for this Black Forest cake, I got a chocolate cake mix, 2 cans. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. I brought a strawberry rhubarb by mistake, but it's supposed to be 2 cherry cans. So we'll dump the pie filling in first. We're doing it. We're going to mix the two together. Yeah, we're camping. Anything goes, right? We'll sprinkle the cake mix on top. Pour lightly a can of Sprite or whatever you choose over top, and dot it with butter or margarine. And then we will cover it up and let it bake. We put some hot coals on the top of the Dutch oven. Oh, goodness, Jack's getting into it already. And then we have hot coals on the underneath, so it bakes on both sides. So maybe 20 minutes or so, you check until it's bubbling inside, and we'll see how it turns out.
Let's get a good look at that. How do you think the dump cake went last night?
Everybody seemed to like it, yeah. Even though it was a little mixture of things, I think it tasted better, actually.
I'd say it was a big hit. That was really good.
Sometimes the mistakes turn out for the best.
Yeah, and sometimes gets a little overcooked, but that was perfect dump cake.
Yeah, I think it went pretty good. Just
Yeah.
gotta keep an eye on it when it's baking.
I give that a 10 out of 10.
Oh, from you.
That was a good one.
And you're not into like a strawberry rhubarb thing at all.
No, I really didn't taste that. It's mostly the cherries, yeah.
Anyway.
It was good.
So, yeah.
Thanks for making it.
No problem.
For cell service, it's not great here for Koodo, Bell, Telus, and Virgin Mobile. We get LTE, 1 bar. I'm having a lot of difficulty watching any kind of video. It does range throughout the park, so some places you do get it better. But if you're coming here and you don't know in advance, I would not rely on it if you're trying to work from here. So this is Ray and Nadine, and they are in the campsite across the street from us. When I saw them pull in, I knew I had to come over because they had incredible fashion sense. Both of them were wearing Camping with the Coles t-shirts. Ray still got his on and the hat too. So we like that. So we had to come over and say hi.
Huh. I don't know about that. That's better.
Lumbee Beach is behind me, and on this side is the On-Leash Dog Beach, and on the other side of the bridge is also On-Leash Dog Beach. So they really look after you when you bring your dogs to Arrowhead. 8 minutes from the park is Kawartha Dairies. Get some great ice cream for you and your pet. This is nice. What kind of bird is it?
Red-eyed vireo.
That's the bird we're listening to?
Yes, see?
Okay. So the Lookout Trail is a nice trail. They call it a hiking or cycling trail. I would suggest as a cycling trail, it's a very rugged cycling trail. You would want to be an experienced mountain biker or real good with an e-bike. It is very hilly. A lot of big rocks and roots. Oh boy, look at this ominous sign. Wish for this moment to never go away. But it's all in my mind. Though I know that there is nothing to find.
Oh God! What am I doing?
Beautiful sight in the summer night. And you can't put up a fight in the mist.
Okay, I think there are bears around here. This is on our trail. Look at all the berries and nuts in there. Nice. Oh, I'm glad I'm not on my e-bike.
See how you go while you roam in the streets all alone. All you can see, thinking about what your life came to be. You're a beautiful sight in the sun.
My pedal hit.
And you can't put up a fight in the misty light.
Look at her, she's trying to keep up to the bike now. How were you able to walk up that hill so fast, Cheryl?
Because I press the bottom arrow and hold it in, and my bike goes without me.
So you just try to keep up to it?
I try to keep up to it.
Nice.
It's like my dog pulling me up, if my dog would do that. Well, it's that time again for Cole's Notes, and we are at Arrowhead Provincial Park.
Yep.
Made it.
Yeah, this is an easy trip to get here, although we lost all the footage on the way here, so that's why it's a much shorter intro to getting here.
I love when that happens.
Yep. So this park, about 350 campsites, so it's kind of a medium-sized park, and it gives me kind of the Grundy vibe.
A little bit, yeah. It's a little bit of old-fashioned camping.
Yeah, and then you've got water activities, you got hiking, you got cycling. You've got everything. All the activities we like to do are at this park.
Yep.
Campsites. Campsites are really nice.
These are some of the better campsites at this park. They are large, flat, private. And what I liked about the entrance is, do people remember these booklets you used to get when you come in? Well, Arrowhead still has them. And I know some parks we've gone to, you get a little photocopied paper and there's like nothing on them. This has tons of information about the park.
We actually read these things. I like sitting there at breakfast and reading over what the park has to offer, and it gives you some great ideas. I wish more parks would do that.
Just about the trails, about waste, about ticks, about bears, about if your child becomes lost, the weather watch.
Yeah,
everything.
Important phone numbers, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
and some advertising gives you some suggestions.
What's close by.
Yeah, places to go to.
Water sources, water safety.
So I imagine a lot of parks don't do it. It's probably a budgetary item, and maybe it costs a little more to make these, but we really appreciate them. Plus, it's also some paper for starting a fire, too.
if need be.
So, yeah.
In emergency.
That's right.
But we use them for the maps, too, so.
So the water here, the lake, Arrowhead Lake, that's where most activities occur. Not a lot occur in Mayflower Lake.
No.
But in Arrowhead Lake, it's a tea lake. And one thing that's kind of cool about that is, like at Stubbs Falls, if you wanted to walk across there, there's a lot of rocks. Normally, if you're walking on rocks close to water, it's really slippery and it's dangerous. Because it's a tea lake, it doesn't create that kind of slime. So you actually get really good traction on the rocks. It's not slippery at all near the edge of the falls. Oh, you sure do, because that rushing water will take your foot out or your leg out and make you fall. But yeah, it's you get pretty good traction. There's no slipping. I like that.
Yeah, we had a great little paddle to Stubbs Falls. A lot of trees down in the water. We're like, can we get through there? But you just wiggle your way through.
Yeah, we made our way through.
Yeah.
And Stubbs Falls is beautiful. That's a nice feature that this park has that a lot of parks don't have.
Yeah, it's a great park.
And you could actually portage past Stubbs Falls and continue in the river there, and you could end up at the Big Bend and actually paddle around the bend looking up at the lookout.
Yeah, we didn't go that far this time, but you can do it.
But you know what? Next time.
No, there's always next time.
Always a next time. Any negatives?
No laundry facilities in the park, which I was surprised for the size of park. I don't know why. I think there was probably at one time, but...
Yeah, I think ever since we've been keeping track or looking at the comfort stations and laundry facilities, every park has always had laundry facilities.
I still think there may be one other that did not, but most do.
Maybe some astute viewers will notice that we've mentioned that there's no laundry at any other park or at another park, but I don't recall that ever being. There's always laundry.
Huntsville is like 10 minutes away, so it's no big deal, but just so people are aware, because some people rely on doing laundry.
And that's another pro. Huntsville being so close.
Yes, you can get everything there.
Yeah, like
your Coors ice cream.
It's literally 5 minutes from Canadian Tire, from Walmart, from liquor store, beer store, Kawartha Dairy, gas, all that sort of stuff is 5 to 10 minutes away. So it's really handy. Yet it doesn't feel like that when you're in the park. It doesn't feel like you're in a city or anything. You feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere. So that's pretty cool.
I'd like to see that there's quite a number of outhouses throughout the park. They're not difficult to find. A lot of parks don't have that. So that's a good thing, except a lot of parks, they don't have the outhouses like at the dog beach area or at boat launch areas, and I don't know why. I overheard somebody talking, was it yesterday? They were at the dog beach and there was no washroom or change room nearby, so they left to go somewhere else. Different part of the park, I guess.
And even the main beaches here.
Yeah. Because we were looking for washrooms. It's like, where are they? There is nothing. So I don't really understand that. But
there's a single outhouse by the parking lot.
Yeah.
For beach number 1. For beach number 2, you'd have to go up to the...
it's a bit of a hike.
The visitor center. This park is well known for its winter activities. They create an ice skating rink around the some park roads. They
cross-country skiing, snowshoeing.
Yeah. I'm still trying to convince Cheryl I'd like to come here in the winter and stay in a cabin. We checked out the cabins. They look really good. Cheryl's only issue with the cabin is...
there's no washroom close by.
So you have to go to the comfort stations.
I'll have to bring my own.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. So we had a good time here.
Yeah. The rating for this park?
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Yep. They're always a decent rating up around this area in the Muskoka area in the near north. Yeah, we love it up here.
So I'm
down here if you're from up north.
8.5.
8.5.
Does that sound kind of good?
It does sound kind of good. Okay. 8.5.
Let's give it an 8.5.
Bam, 8.5. Alrighty then.
So, where are we going in a few days?
We are heading to PEI.
Big trip to PEI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still haven't figured out how the videos are going to work for that, whether it's going to be 1, 2, 3 videos. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll let the activities we get into.
And trouble we get into, as we like to do sometimes.
That'll dictate how many videos it turns into. Yeah. Oh, one other thing I'd like to mention.
Oh, yeah.
My coffee mug.
Yes.
Okay, this coffee mug I've had with me for many, many, many years. Yes. It's just an old Tim Hortons coffee mug.
Had the set.
Yeah, we've had this. This has all the graphics worn off of it because this has been my camping mug for years.
Since
So
backcountry days.
Oh yeah, way back in the backcountry days. I'd have this hanging off a carabiner off my backpack. So we were at McGregor Point a little while ago, and I lost it at McGregor Point. I didn't know where it was. So interestingly, I met a lady there named Anne Marie. Excuse me. Met Anne Marie and her kids, and I think it was her brother. And I was chatting with them one day. The next day, Anne Marie goes down to the beach, the dog beach, where I had taken Jax most days, and she sees a mug in the sand, and she says to herself, I think that's Ben's mug. Yeah, she thinks that's Ben's mug.
Who does that?
So she goes and picks it up, and she's pretty sure it's my mug, and that I must have left it there by mistake. So she remembers seeing the mug from our Cole's notes, from our videos. So she goes...
Everybody take notice.
Yeah, because I lose things. So she ended up having a look at one of our videos, Cole's notes, studied it, saw the mug, and went, yep, that's Ben's mug. And I'm thinking, I lost my mug. I guess I'll have to get a new mug. But she emails us and says, hey, I found your mug. I think it's your mug. Let me know if you want it back. So that was fantastic. We emailed back. We found out we don't live that far from each other. So Cheryl and I went and met Anne Marie and her husband and kids, and I got my mug back. So thank you very much, Anne Marie.
Happy again.
I'm happy again.
Why is it not labeled?
I like it, just being nondescript. So PEI we go?
Yeah.
Not really sure. We're doing so much camping this year, it's really hard to get all the video editing done. But we'll see what's coming up next. So on that note,
Until then,
happy camping. What happens when you press the red button?
Well, I don't want to do it. I don't know what the red button is for, but I'm going to press it and run.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, I'm heading to Arrowhead